Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to a Arma 3 editor series I'm going to do. So this is basically what we want to achieve in this video. I'm going to have three guys just kind of standing here, kind of looking like they're talking. Yeah, they're the same person, they're just copy-pasted. Yeah, they're like triplets. I'm going to have some guys up here on Overwatch, kind of looking out. And then I've got a couple guys up here. I've got two crewmen that are chit-chatting. I've got two pilots, which one will be the pilot, one will be the co-pilot. I have an unmanned helicopter. I have a hemp transport truck, a hunter, and a boat. The boat will not be used in this because we're here. I'm going to do the main video over here, so there won't be a boat. Well, I guess there can be right over here, so that'll work. So let's dig in. Let me go back to the editor here, and I have one playable character, which is right here. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. So what I can do is I'm going to go press M to go to the map, and you can see the overview of everybody that's around. Okay, so where we're going to do it, and I even have a marker what we want to accomplish, or what we will accomplish. We come over to the military range. First thing you need to know is if your camera is over here, the only way, there's two ways to get him over here. One is by being in the editor in the 3D view and moving over here. The second way is right-clicking and click go here. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to set up a marker, and I'm going to set up a flag, and we're going to set up I guess the USA, sure. No, that's generic. Let's see, since we're on Stratus, we don't have a Stratus flag. Let's set up a Nato flag. And if you double click on it, you can change it, the variable name, what it'll read. So I'm going to do tutorial spot, and you can change the size, so you can make it 1 is default, you can make it twice the size, half the size, whatever. I'm going to make it half the size. So now it's small. Okay. Now we're here. And basically all I did on the other one is just... Oh, I don't have one of those things. We'll put one. Okay, so I want to set a building down. No, I don't. I'm not going to worry about it. So there's, what, 2 entrances here? That's good. So all I did over on the other side was I just clicked F1 for objectives, and I set down a single person, which I set down a rifleman. There he is. So what I did was I set down a rifleman. Now, all I did for him is I clicked on him, and if I come up here to the flag, the little flag above him, double click. Now I have all the group settings. Now, mind you, this is for the group, okay? This is for the person. So if I click on him, And because there's only one person in the group, I have all those other options like object states and stuff like that, and identity. But all I did was change everything to limited, do not fire unless fired upon, and safe. Click OK. Select your unit. Not double click, but just select. Control C to copy him, and then see we can paste him elsewhere. And then what I did was I came in here and I set the cursor in here, pasted 2 of them in here. And kind of put them on lookout status. I'm going to go ahead and set. I don't want anyone at the gate quite yet. I don't know if this is. Yeah, this is a good spot. In order to put the 2 pilots down, what I do is I paste 2 there. For the crewman, I'll paste 2 more, and I'll show you about this in just a minute. And if you notice, this guy, which is going to be me, which all you have to do to change it to be you is click on the unit, and then under object control, click player. Click OK. Now there's a red circle around him, meaning I'm the player, or he's me, or I'm going to play as him, whatever. And I'll set a guy in here. Let's guard the door. I'm going to post guards up by the door. No unauthorized access. And then to move him around, you just click on him and drag. To turn him, shift click. Like that. Okay, now I have my units, my basic units set up. So in order to change what the units are, but still have the same safe attitude that every one of these guys have now, see limited, safe, do not fire unless fired upon, all you have to do is click on the unit himself, not up here. I mean, you can do it up here, but it's not suggested unless it's a single person. So I'm going to have these guys over here, a little ways away. And what I want to do is I'm going to double click on the person, and under object type, I'm going to scroll up until I find crewman, and then click OK. And now see, it changed him. Do the same thing with this guy. Or helicopter crew, that's even better. I forgot that one was even on there. So helicopter crew. So now we have 2 people in the helicopter crew. I want to give them specific names, but we'll worry about that later. If you want to change their identity, you can come down to identity and you can give them different names. So his name's Brian Williams, Kirby, American English 10. He's going to be... Okay, so it does give them a random identity, which is nice. But I don't think it did it with these guys. Kirby... I guess it did. Okay, so I want helicopter pilots for these guys. So, helicopter pilot. And change this one to a helicopter pilot. Now what that did was, that just... Whoa, no, go back to the ground. Basically all that did was just allow me to change them, change their identity of what they are. Okay. But I'm going to take this pilot and copy him. I'm going to paste him in here, in this room back here. Okay. And then what I want to do is I want to find me, which right now I'm a rifleman, and I want to be the officer. Okay, so now I'm an officer. And I'm just going to kind of chill over here. And then I'm going to copy me, put me in here. Not me, but another version of me. And these guys are going to be talking in here. And that'll set me up for the next thing. This guy's kind of lonely. He's going to be chilling talking to these guys. Another thing I want to do is I'm going to set some vehicles in here. So under blue 4, I want to go to cars. And I'm going to set up a hemp transport. Now for you, this will be blue, and there'll be people in it. It's just this button down here where it says vehicles, place vehicles with crew. If I tick that, say I place a quad bike, now there's a person on it. I don't want manned vehicles. So now I'm going to place him, or this truck, back here. And we'll set a couple of them. Set 2 of those over there. And then those are much bigger ones, so maybe I think I'll set him in there. That'll give people room to get in. Since it's a much bigger truck, this isn't where tanks would usually sit and stuff like that, but we'll set a tank in there, why not? Tanks, set a slammer in there. Why not? It's not going to be used anyway. Let's set some more vehicles down. We'll set a hunter down. Set 1 hunter there. And then we'll set a... We'll just keep it as a hunter and that's it. Some APCs you can set down. You can set down anything you want. I guess we can't put anything right there. But we could set one over here. I'm going to set a boat over here. And of course it's on the up there because I didn't place it on the ground. That'll work. So we're going to place this right over here. Okay, that looks good. You know what, let's set a guard. Let's set a couple people over here. No, not yet. Okay, so that's basically all I did. Next thing I did do is I did set down a helicopter, because I do want one for this. So I set down a helicopter. Okay. Another thing you can do for the vehicles is if you double click on them and scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see object specific and you can change the skin. I'm going to keep it green. If it's set to random when you actually start the game, it'll be random. that's about it for what we did up there. Let's go check it out. Okay, so he did like a little funny dance, but whatever. So now you have your helicopter crew, helicopter pilot, and your other crew. You have your guy standing guard duty. You have your 2 guys up there. Your other 2 guys standing guard duty. Why that door's open, I don't know. We have a snake. And then in here you have the officer and this guy. No, he's stretching. Kind of looked like he was talking though. Okay. And the pilot was like, "What are you doing in here?" Let's speed up time a little bit so I can run a little faster. So we have a tank, the transport truck, an unmanned helicopter, and a hunter. And we have the boat sitting over there, which we know. So that's individual units. So that's individual units. And that's all we're going to do for this. I guess we could kind of liven it up a little bit. So if we go over to props, we can add some props down. Supplies, things. Some military things. No, let's go Rex. How about that? Let's go with cars. I don't want a wreck, I just want a vehicle that's broken down. Can search for objects as well. The only broke objects are those. I'm just looking for some stuff. Actually, I'm mainly just looking for a like a broken down truck of some sort, but I'm not sure where to find them. Storage containers and stuff. Okay, well, I guess there's no trucks, which kind of takes the whole idea of mine away. And there's walls, so we can do a bar gate. So let's set up a gate right here. We can set up some more barriers. Not that barrier. Just want a 3-block barrier. There we go. And kind of set these up like that so the vehicles can't get through on that side. For over here, we're going to set up two bar gates, one here, and I'm going to set up another one right here. Okay. And then, wish I could delete stuff off the map. That'd be kind of nice too. Set up a sandbag wall. To kind of block it so nobody can just run through. Even though you can just run through the gate, but that's not the point. And we might want to set up a structure. And we will set up a military structure. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, but that basically does it for that. So that's setting up structures. We can also do stuff inside here for these guys. Where are they at? For these guys here, or for this guy. Probably should have brought the co-pilot in here, but that's alright, because this is going to be the lead man. Things we can set up in here would be like... Oh, that's what I wanted right there. The decommission hunter. Let's set the decommission hunter out here. And I'll explain this later. Then we're going to set another hunter. Right. No, not him. I still have the other one selected. Set this one right here. Set him a little further back. And then for later use, I'll do that in a minute, but for later use, I'll show you how to do that, or how to do what I'm going to do with that. When we start going over animations and stuff. What I can do in here, I can go to Office. Nope. None under Things. I think it's under Furniture. Let's see, Shop Stuff. You can add in extra things like this. And since we're running out of, since the military is running out of space at this specific one, let's go ahead and set down some stuff. So we can set down like a military cabinet, or set down an office cabinet. Let's set him right over there. We can set down a desk. Right there. Set down a office chair. Kinda right here. Would make it look like he got up out of it. Or maybe he's sitting in it. I haven't really decided yet. And we're going to set up a couple other things, like I'm going to set up a map of Altus on a whiteboard. Be cool if they had a folded up one. Set that right there. And then what they're talking about is going to be, they're going to be looking at this. They're going to be looking at a map of Stratus. Okay. There we go. A couple things we can add in here would be like on his desk we can put some stuff. We can put like a top secret document. Set that on that side. We can add in some pens and pencils. Set those over here. That's where they're facing. Yeah, set them on the edge of the desk over here. Maybe set down a file with photos in it. Kind of set that over the top secret document. And let's see what else we got. We can also add in, let's add in a laptop. So closed laptop. I think that's the way you open it. Looks like it. Yep. Wait. Yeah. Obviously, because it's set like that. There we go. So now we have some of that stuff there. What else can we do? Let's add in some storage stuff in here. Equipment, no, we'll add that stuff later though. Furniture, some shop furniture, construction sites, workbench, market, office equipment. Why that would be in an office, I don't know. Let's set some shelves. And set a shelf in here. And let's set some items on it. That's not really the shelf I wanted. But I guess it'll work. Let's set some more things out here, something like, I don't know, some weapons out here maybe. Here I have an idea. Let's put a pistol. Let's do a ACP-45 and set that on his desk as well. With I don't see any clips. I was hoping I could set, oh, here we go. Collimator sights, bipods, accessories. You can set a suppressor thing down. Oh. Set the suppressor there. And let's set a IR sight right there. I was kind of looking for ammo, but I don't see any around here. Might be under supplies, ammo. Nope. Okay, so another thing you might want to set. That don't look too bad though, does it? Like they just set up shop here, basically. One thing you might want to set up though will be some ammo stuff, or some ammo crates. So just for basic weapons, that's all we want is basic weapons. Basic weapons. Basic ammunition. And an equipment box. No, let's put the equipment box over here in this one. So we have an equipment box. Explosive box. And he says a grenade box. And if you notice, they're all in English because it's NATO. Supply box. That's support. Supply box. That cannot be in there. Let's set a support box in here. Okay, so that's it for there. Now let's come back over here, and I'm going to set in some other stuff like special weapons. So this is like special purpose stuff. Can set down a launcher box over here. And that's about it. That's about all of them you can set down. Outside of this, though, I'm going to set, or outside of this other one, I want to set down a NATO, where's NATO? There it is, a NATO supply box. Let's set that down right over here. What else should we set down for this? Can set down a vehicle ammo box. You can set it over here. Sounds like a vehicle ammo box right there. I'm not setting down anything from Apex. Trying not to. We have storage stuff here, which we're not going to need. Yeah, that's about it. I don't see what else we could add. I mean, we could spruce him up a little bit inside here, I guess. You can set some, hang on, which way? Oh, that's backwards. Okay. Let's set some stuff up here, like, dismantled weapons. Oh, not what I wanted. It's not what I thought by dismantled. Let's go ahead and set a watch up here, too. That's not a watch. I was hoping it actually looked like a watch. GPS. No, It's not setting back where I want them to set. I'm gonna set a radio on here. Nope. Crap. Control Z will undo. Okay, well that's good there. We'll just leave it at that. So in the next video, we'll start going over like groups and stuff like that, I think. So if you want me to keep making these videos, let me know. I enjoy doing these videos, so I'm more than happy and more than willing to like learn how to do certain things that maybe you want to know how to do. I am going to keep this kind of straightforward in a base way. I'm not going to set up any enemies for a little while. Everything I'm kind of teaching you here, you can do, or showing you here, you can do the same things with the enemy. So I won't go over all this stuff again for the enemy section. So as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Leave any suggestions that you might want to see, and I will post this entire thing on Steam after it's finished, because I will add enemies and it'll be kind of like a little mission based thing. So I will see you in the next video.